I get sweet. What do you think?
You got a credit card? Oh, wow. No, you know what, John? You are awesome. You are awesome.
Yeah.
It was yesterday.
Doing awesome today. Doing awesome today.
Nope.
Got a full eye roll there.
I see where this is going. I appreciate you guys being here. Really, we've dwindled. Like a lot of people had plans for the weekend. Apparently, the training camp does not stop for the weekend, does it?
It was a media vet day off. It seems like.
Yeah, media vet day off. That's a good point. Right. Well, it's good seeing you guys. I had a good day, and I would say we're heat acclimated at this point. We had a hot week, and the guys handled it pretty good. What questions you have?
Does the game plan kind of change with training camp as you have a Tennessee next week? Is the structure of practice kind of shift over at all, or
Next week after this game, you mean, or during the week?
during the week, how you prep for it?
Well, we work into the game, so we have a regular camp practice on Monday. We have one of our rotational camp practices on Tuesday, which will be not in pads. And then we have a normal day before the game type of a practice on Wednesday, a little extended. We do more situations in that practice, so it changes in that sense as you get close to the game.
John, we've seen a lot of guys get first-team reps at running back. Would you consider that to be one of the more competitive, wide-open position groups as you start to get into the first preseason game?
Yeah, I would say it couldn't be much more wide open than the running back position right now. I mean, we're gonna play the guys and see who does well, and they've all done well in practice. And like we said, the games are big for the running backs, I think. So they're all excited to play.
So two big plays from Jalen Moore and Slade Bolden, guys who are competing in that wide receiver room. What have you seen from some of those guys that are competing for that, fifth spot in that room?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, they've kind of all made plays, at one point in time or another, and the reps are so spread out because they're all getting a chance now. And then we had some guys were out or whatever, and we pulled some guys back, and those guys were getting the reps now. So that's I think that kind of ends up being the plan a little bit. We have to give all those guys a shot because we don't know who's going to step forward. So they'll all play a lot in the game, and we'll see what you see.
John, Mark Andrews went out. It seemed like, he created a big dividend there when
Yeah.
you download for that. He didn't participate after that. Is there anything you've seen?
Yeah, I had seen enough. I'd seen enough of Mark. I told Mark, he's like, I'm fine. He goes, I was practicing my slide. It wasn't one of your better slides. But that, he's had so many reps this week. He's had plenty of reps, and that was really my call just to back him off.
With guys like him and Marlon who seem to want to be out there
Yes.
all the time, do you have to tell them to
Yes.
back off a little bit?
Yeah, we did that with Marlon today too. I mean, it's just that's how it works with those guys. They just want to be out there and they want to always practice, which you appreciate, but I guess it's my responsibility then to make sure they don't get too much work.
John, a lot of, I think we're supposed to talk to him, but Nick Boyle has mostly been every other practice,
Right.
kind of. Is that just precaution early in practice, and how are you seeing him come along?
Yeah, he's looking good. That was the plan. We had a rotation. Adrian Dixon put it together. He was every other up to a certain point. Then he's going to be 2 out of every 3 at a certain point. That's kind of just a building process there. And he's done well with it. He's done a good job.
John, Coach Lamar, he's elusive. You want to have him being a playmaker. But then there's always the aspect of you don't want him to take too many hits as well. Have you think he's progressed throughout his career where he's kind of understanding that balance of you want to extend plays and try to create plays, but you don't want to put yourself at risk as much?
I really think he's always understood it, in all honesty. I mean, I feel like Lamar's always been really good about avoiding getting hit hard. The only time he really gets it is if he doesn't see it, and that's pretty rare too. So I know we see that, and you're going to be concerned about that with any quarterback. Quarterbacks can get in the pocket. But he's got a knack. He's done it his whole life. I think he's just good at it, and he doesn't really get hit that much and that hard. Now, of course, it's football, and I think he's going to have to manage and play the long game that way, certainly. But he's done a good job of that thus far, and I kind of trust him with that.
John, we saw Means walk off. Did you get any update on what happened?
Waiting to see. Nothing definitive at this point in time. He walked off, so that's good, and just see where he's at with that. I didn't see what happened.
Big file lately. Do you want to get a look at him in left tackle and see if he could be a depth option for you there?
Yeah, we just want to kind of get a feel for him. It's like he's never played there before, and we've got an opportunity with some reps over there. It kind of makes sense just to put him over there and see how he does, A, and then B, work him in training camp because during the season you never know who might have to go where and play what. And he did a good job, actually. Now he gets a little tired. His technique fell off toward the end of practice today, but that's something just to focus on. The opportunity of fatigue. When you're tired, you focus on your technique even that much more.
To follow up on what Jameson said, I guess Lamar said he's up to 230 now, but you watch him running around, still plant his foot and go, just like anyone out there. I mean, does he look like the explosive athlete he was 20 pounds ago?
I think so. I mean, he was actually 19. He was a little heavier. He was between 212 and 215 and 19. So I think he's back more in that direction a little bit with the COVID and all the different crazy things that happened the last 2 years. He probably ended up slimming down. Probably a little, he just did for whatever reason. But I like him. I like the way he looks. I like what he's done with himself, and yeah, he hasn't slowed him down at all.
We've seen players like Kayvon Seymour and David Marine really battle it out throughout camp. What have you seen from those two?
I think those two, all the young corners have done a really nice job. There's a couple more guys you could put in that group too. I can't wait to see those guys in the game. And Kayvon's kind of proven. Like Kayvon, he's a proven special teams player in the NFL. We know what he is as a teamer. And then his issue is, he's had some hamstring issues, which he's worked really hard at along with our people, and he's taken a lot of reps. And the hamstring has been good. Now I keep telling our guys, let's remember, this guy's taking a lot of reps, and we got to be mindful of that. But he's had a heck of a camp. He's all those guys have, man, they've been covered. How many passes have they covered? So we may need to bring another corner in here pretty soon to help us numbers wise.
John, for next week with the preseason game, have you made a decision on whether you're playing Lamar and a lot of the other veteran frontline players?
Yeah, we won't be playing Lamar. I think you can kind of extrapolate who will play and who won't. Then there'll be some decisions with some guys that we haven't completely made yet. But certain guys like Lamar's not going to play, Mark's not going to play. Those experienced starters, Justin Houston, Marcus Williams isn't going to play. Marlon's not going to play. Just to give you an example of the guys that aren't going to play.
Is that for this game or specifically about Lamar?
Let's just, can't you just be happy that you got an unbelievable bone right there?
But you're so awesome.
Yeah, right. Only goes so far. I'm starting to become that awesome again.
Good. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Appreciate you guys.